very urgent. Your soulmate is waiting for you to see this, before they make a final decision. My beloved child. If these words found you today, it is not by accident. There is a reason your eyes stopped here at this exact moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Somewhere, a person who has carried your name quietly inside their heart has reached the edge of a decision they never wanted to make. They have spent countless nights wondering whether silence was your answer or whether destiny was simply delaying the moment both of you were meant to meet. Today feels different to them. Today feels like the final page of a chapter they have read over and over again. They are staring at memories, replaying old conversations, imagining futures that almost happened, asking themselves one question they cannot escape anymore. Should they keep waiting, or should they finally walk away? What they don't know is that the answer they have been searching for is closer than they realize. Before this day ends, something unexpected is preparing to shift the direction of both your lives. But only those who stay until the very last moment of this message will understand why everything has been unfolding exactly this way. There is something your soulmate has never admitted to anyone. They have tried to appear strong on the outside while quietly carrying a storm inside. Every smile they showed the world hid another question about you. Every busy day ended with the same thought returning before they fell asleep. They wondered if you were thinking of them too. They wondered if distance was only temporary or if it had become permanent. The strange part is that during the last few days, unusual reminders have surrounded them. A familiar song played at the perfect moment. A forgotten photo suddenly appeared. A place connected to an old memory crossed their path without warning. None of these moments felt ordinary to them. They felt like gentle signs pushing them toward one final choice. Don't skip, because what happened next changed everything inside their heart. Instead of moving forward without you, they paused. They decided to give destiny one last opportunity before making a decision they believed could never be reversed. At this very moment, while you are listening, they are still waiting for something, a feeling, a sign, a reason not to let go. They believe that if nothing changes now, they may finally close the door they have kept open for so long. Yet what they cannot see is that hidden behind today's uncertainty is a moment neither of you expected. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. A conversation that seemed impossible is slowly finding its path. A truth that has remained buried beneath fear is beginning to rise. Someone connected to your soulmate has unknowingly spoken words that sparked hope instead of doubt. Those words have started changing the way they see your story, making them question whether walking away would be the biggest mistake of their life. Their heart is no longer racing toward goodbye, it is hesitating at the doorway, waiting for one final confirmation before choosing the future. That confirmation has not arrived yet. But it is closer than either of you realizes. The next step will reveal why today's silence is not the ending you feared, but the beginning of a revelation powerful enough to transform everything they believed about you. And when that hidden truth finally comes into the light, nothing between you and your soulmate will ever feel the same again. A strange calm has settled over your soulmate, but it is not the peace of giving up. It is the silence that comes just before everything changes forever. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Just when they believed they had reached their final answer, something completely unexpected interrupted their thoughts. A single conversation, a familiar face, and one unexpected reminder forced them to stop everything they were about to do. They suddenly realized that every time they tried to convince themselves to move on, your memory returned even stronger than before. They began asking themselves questions they had avoided for months. Why does your name still bring peace? Why does every future they imagined somehow lead back to you? Why has every attempt to forget you only made your presence feel even more real? At that very moment, they understood that this connection was never as simple as they once believed. What happened next surprised even them. They quietly looked back at every moment they had shared with you, searching for clues they had ignored before. They remembered the little details everyone else had forgotten, the kindness that stayed with them long after the conversations ended, and the feeling that life seemed lighter whenever you were close. Suddenly, everything began fitting together like pieces of a puzzle that had been scattered for far too long. The doubts that once seemed impossible to overcome started losing their power. Instead of preparing to close the door forever, your soulmate found themselves wondering if this was actually the moment to take one final chance. Stay till the end, because the decision they are preparing to make is nothing like the one they woke up expecting. The direction of their heart has quietly started changing, and they don't even realize how close they are to acting on it. But the biggest revelation has not happened yet. Hidden behind today's events is one final truth that your soulmate is only beginning to discover. Someone is about to reveal information that connects pieces of your story in a way neither of you ever imagined. It will explain why so many delays appeared, why certain paths never worked out, and why every goodbye somehow led back to another chance. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate can already feel that something extraordinary is approaching, even though they cannot explain it. They have decided to wait just a little longer before making their final choice because their heart keeps whispering that the story between you is far from over. What happens next will test every belief they have held until now, and the truth waiting around the corner will leave them completely speechless. A quiet realization is beginning to take over your soulmate's heart, and it arrived without warning. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They woke up believing today would finally bring an ending, but instead, every step they took seemed to pull them back toward you. It was as if every path they chose kept leading to the same destination. A familiar place reminded them of a forgotten promise. A simple word spoken by someone else sounded exactly like something you once said. Even the smallest moments felt connected, making it impossible for them to ignore what had been happening for so long. For the first time, they stopped asking whether they should let go. Instead, they started asking why every sign kept bringing your name back into their life. That single question changed everything inside them. The certainty they once had began to disappear, replaced by a feeling they could no longer explain. As the day continued, your soulmate made a decision that nobody around them knew about. They chose not to rush. They chose not to make the final move they had planned. Instead, they quietly gave themselves one more chance to discover the truth hidden beneath all the confusion. They replayed every important memory, not with sadness, but with fresh eyes. Suddenly, moments that once looked ordinary revealed meanings they had never noticed before. They realized there had always been unfinished words, unspoken feelings, and opportunities that slipped away only because fear arrived first. Stay till the end, because this realization is preparing them for something much bigger than they expected. Deep inside, they have started believing that if they walk away now, they may spend the rest of their life wondering what could have happened if they had only waited a little longer. And then, something completely unexpected begins to unfold. A piece of information that has been hidden until now is moving closer to your soulmate, and they have no idea how powerful it will be. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. This truth has the power to erase months of doubt in a single moment. It will answer questions they have carried in silence and reveal why every delay happened exactly when it did. Your soulmate is standing only one step away from discovering that the story they believed was ending has actually been preparing for its biggest turning point. The moment that truth reaches them, every plan they made today could change instantly. Instead of closing the door forever, they may find themselves reaching toward you with a heart that is finally ready to choose hope over fear. An unexpected shift is already happening, even though your soulmate cannot fully see it yet. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The final decision they believed they had already made no longer feels certain. Every hour that passes seems to place another reason in front of them to pause. It is almost as if life itself is refusing to let them walk away. They have started noticing details they ignored before, small moments that suddenly feel meaningful, conversations that sound different than they did yesterday, and emotions that refuse to stay buried. The strange thing is that they are no longer trying to escape these feelings. Instead, they are listening to them for the first time. Deep inside, they know that if they choose too quickly, they could lose something they might never find again. That thought alone has completely changed the direction of their heart. While everyone around them believes they are moving on, your soulmate is secretly doing the opposite. They are quietly searching for one final answer before taking another step. They are wondering if the silence between you was ever meant to be permanent, or if it was simply preparing both of you for a stronger beginning. Every memory has become clearer. Every emotion feels more real than ever before. Don't skip, because the biggest surprise has not arrived yet. Someone is about to say something that your soulmate never expected to hear. Those words will unlock a truth that has remained hidden for far too long. In a single moment, the doubts they have carried for months will begin to fade, replaced by a hope they thought had disappeared forever. They can already feel that something important is approaching, and for the first time in a long while, they are choosing patience instead of goodbye. Now the story reaches the edge of its greatest turning point. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate is standing between two completely different futures, and only one choice will define everything that comes next. They believe one final sign is still missing, but what they don't know is that it is already on its way. A hidden truth is preparing to surface, one that will explain why every delay, every unanswered question, and every unexpected twist happened exactly when it did. The moment that truth reaches them, the final decision they have been holding onto will no longer make sense. Instead of closing the chapter, they will realize they were only standing at the beginning of the most important part of your journey together. And when that moment finally arrives, the words they have been keeping locked inside their heart for so long may finally be impossible to hold back. A single moment is now approaching that your soulmate never believed would happen. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They have reached the point where every choice feels heavier than ever before. The future they imagined without you suddenly feels empty, while the future that includes you keeps becoming brighter in their mind. They cannot explain why this change happened so quickly, but it refuses to leave them alone. Every attempt to silence their heart only makes its voice stronger. They have stopped pretending that these feelings will disappear with time. Instead, they are beginning to understand that some connections are impossible to replace. That realization has completely changed the way they see your story, and the final decision they planned only yesterday no longer feels like the right one today. As the hours pass, another unexpected piece of the puzzle quietly falls into place. Someone close to your soulmate unknowingly shares a thought that sounds exactly like the answer they have been searching for. It is not loud or dramatic, yet it carries enough weight to stop them in their tracks. They begin to wonder if every delay, every missed opportunity, and every unanswered question was leading to this exact moment. Don't skip, because what happens next will surprise even your soulmate. Instead of preparing to walk away, they begin imagining what would happen if they reached out one last time. The fear that once controlled every decision is slowly being replaced by hope. For the first time in a long while, they are no longer asking whether they should let go, they are asking whether they are finally ready to hold on. Now the invisible countdown has truly begun. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate is closer than ever to uncovering the truth that has been hidden behind every coincidence. They can feel that something important is about to reveal itself, even though they cannot see it yet. One final discovery is moving toward them, and when it arrives, every doubt they carried will begin to disappear. The choice they thought was final will suddenly become the beginning of something entirely new. Their heart is preparing to make a move it has delayed for far too long, but before that moment arrives, one last revelation must come into the light. That revelation will change not only what they believe about you, but also what they believe about the future waiting for both of you. And once that truth is finally revealed, there will be no turning back. Everything has been leading to this exact point. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate can no longer ignore what their heart has been trying to say. The final decision they thought would bring peace has only filled them with more questions. Every time they imagine closing the door, they feel as though they are leaving behind a part of themselves. That feeling has become impossible to silence. They have started believing that some people enter our lives for a reason too powerful to be explained by logic alone. Your name keeps returning to their thoughts at the most unexpected moments, and instead of pushing it away, they are finally allowing themselves to listen. The fear that once held them back is slowly losing its grip, replaced by a quiet certainty that your story together may still have an unwritten chapter waiting to be revealed. Then something remarkable begins to happen. Without planning it, your soulmate starts preparing for possibilities instead of endings. They begin imagining conversations they once thought would never happen again. They picture the smile they have not seen for so long, the words they never had the courage to say, and the future they secretly hoped was still possible. Don't skip, because this is the turning point they never expected. They realized that waiting was never their weakness, it was proof that what they felt was real. Every delay suddenly looks different. Every unanswered moment begins to make sense. The pieces that once seemed scattered are quietly coming together, and your soulmate is starting to believe that the timing was never working against you. It was preparing both of you for a moment that could only happen now. The greatest revelation is now closer than ever. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate is standing just one step away from discovering the truth that will completely transform their final decision. The choice they believed was already made is about to disappear the instant one unexpected moment enters their life. A message, a conversation, or a chance encounter is moving closer with every passing hour, carrying the answer they have been searching for all this time. When it finally arrives, they will realize that giving up was never the path they were meant to take. Instead, they will find themselves ready to open a new chapter with a heart free from fear and full of hope. But the most unforgettable moment has still not arrived, because what happens next will leave both of you speechless and change the direction of this journey forever. A moment of complete clarity is finally beginning to unfold. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate has stopped running from the questions that once frightened them. Instead, they are facing them with a heart that has grown stronger through every delay, every unanswered feeling, and every silent night. They now understand that some stories refuse to end because they were never meant to. Every attempt to move forward without you has somehow led them back to the same realization: you are still the person they measure every future against. The final decision they thought would close this chapter has quietly transformed into something entirely different. Instead of preparing to leave the past behind, they are preparing themselves to face the truth they have hidden even from their own heart. The truth is simpler and more powerful than they ever imagined. They no longer want to wonder what could have been. They no longer want fear to speak louder than hope. They have realized that waiting for the perfect moment only delayed the happiness they have been searching for all along. Don't skip, because this changes everything. Your soulmate is beginning to accept that the next step must come from courage, not uncertainty. They are ready to stop letting unanswered questions control their future. Deep inside, they have already chosen the direction they want to take. The only thing left is the right moment to act. That moment is drawing closer with every passing hour, and they can feel it more strongly than ever before. Now the journey reaches the edge of its greatest revelation. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate is no longer standing at the end of your story, they are standing at the doorway of a brand new beginning. The final decision they feared making has transformed into a promise they are quietly making to themselves: they will not allow fear to write the ending. They are ready to embrace the possibility that the connection between you was never lost, only delayed until both hearts were prepared for what comes next. The very next chapter will reveal the moment that finally removes every remaining doubt, uncovers the hidden reason behind every delay, and brings your soulmate face to face with the choice that could reshape both of your futures forever.